All right, boom, boom. Eagles and Patriots expected to finalize a trade that would send AJ Brown to New England after June 1st. And I saw a report from somebody that it was the Jordan dude or somebody that said like they think the Eagles. I mean the Eagles have been asking for a first. They think a first is gonna be included. Now will it be 27 or 20? And I'm gonna say it now. The 2027 draft class is gonna be the greatest draft class we've ever seen in like ever. There won't be a better draft class in NFL history. I mean, there just won't be. So if the Eagles I mean, the Patriots are trading a first round pick. You trade the 2028 first round pick. I'm not saying 2020 draft won't be great, but it won't be the 2027 first. It won't be the 27 draft, 2027 draft. Not just the first round, just the whole entire draft. So the Patriots need to trade a 2028 first round pick. If they trade 2027, that's gonna really be, I would say, an overpay, and it'll be a fleecing by the Eagles because everybody knows how good that draft is gonna be, the greatest ever. But I love this move. When I watched Drake, when I watched that Patriots offense, I just felt like they need a big time dude. I mean, like I don't know how you win a Super Bowl without having at least one big time receiver in the NFL. It's gonna be really hard. Uh, Even okay, me personally, like I thought the two bet, I like how anybody even picked New England to win a Super Bowl just tells me you don't know what you're talking about. Because if you watch New England, you watch Seattle in the playoffs, how you thought, like it just showed me who watched the games and who didn't, and probably who was biased. So that was pretty obvious. It didn't take much thinking to see who was going to win that game. But I'll say this, like the two best teams in my opinion this last season was Seattle and the Rams. I thought the NFC Championship game was a Super Bowl, and I say that why. Who do the Rams have at receiver? Devontae Adams and Puka Nakul. Who does Seattle have? JSN, and they had a really good player in Rashid Shaheed. And so it's like you got to have at least one big time dude on your team to win a Super Bowl, and probably a quality number two. So when teams try to double that number one guy, they have a number two guy that can kill one on one coverage. And so I just don't like that's the thing about New England. They just have a bunch of number twos. They don't have a number one. Number twos, number threes, number fours. Do they have a number one? And New England just doesn't have that. And I think now, and they got Dobbs, but I'm not even sure Dobbs is the number one. I think Dobbs. I look at him like a Shaheed almost, or that type of guy, a really good number two. But is he going to be a number one on a championship team? I think that's yet to be seen. So I mean, honestly, I think AJ Brown is the number one on a championship team. And so I love it. I love for Devontae Smith because Devontae Smith because I finally show a good receiver. Y'all forget Devontae Smith won a Heisman. Like he's done something we've never seen before in college. Like y'all forget this dude's won a Heisman, bro, at receiver. Like he does stuff that we haven't seen before. The guy is elite. And I hope he got to get to show how good of a receiver he really is. I really feel like he's one of the best. He has a chance to show he's how good he is. I think he can be. I think he can be as good as anybody in the NFL. I really believe that about Devontae Smith. He's rare, and I believe what I saw, and I think with AJ leaving now, it'll allow Devontae, maybe to unleash him. Now he still has to play with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts stinks. So there's a lot of guys in college right now that I would take over Jalen Hurts, flat out. I ain't a fan. Arch Manning over Jalen Hurts, Brendan Sorsby over Jalen Hurts, Drew Mestermaker over Jalen Hurts. Probably maybe even Darian Mints over Jalen Hurts. Like there's a lot of guys in college I'd take over Jalen Hurts. But yeah, I hope one day Devontae gets to show it. You know, and I hope Jalen doesn't hold him back. And now Jalen won't have an option. He's gonna have to get Devontae the ball. But I love this for New England. It seems like it's been trending this way for like I heard this about a month or two ago. That it came pretty clear that after June 1st, for like money reasons, that the Eagles were going to trade him to trade him, and now it looks like it's going to be New England. So I love this for New England. You need number one on your team, um, and so I bet this is going to get you where you need to be. Now it comes down to the offensive line, getting that fixed through the draft, and I know they went and got a. I think they said they're gonna move Jerry Wilson to center, right? But figuring out that center, that thing with Jared Wilson, and if he moves to center, who's your left guard? I know they went and picked up the dude from I think it's the Jets, Elijah Vera Tucker. If he can get back, I was high on him coming out of school, and so I really thought he could be unleashed in New England with a winning team and that kind of stuff. And so people could see, and he could be a really good player. So they get that offensive line fixed, and the Sink Warners, and that defense, I was really impressed by New England's defense with Seattle, and they made it really tough. Obviously couldn't stop Kenneth Walker, but they made some stuff really tough, and Darnold just couldn't make. That was a game where you had to make a couple of big throws, and he made some of them, but some of them I really thought he left on the table. But I was impressed with that New England defense. I didn't think they were going to hold up for as long as they did, especially with the way they were giving him chunks in the run game and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like this is a great move for New England, and I think for Philadelphia, I think the window is closed. For really, I don't see the Eagles winning a Super Bowl. I feel like Dallas is the better team, and I think Dallas, if they can win the out of conference game or the out of division games, then they can win that division because Dallas showed me last year they were the better team. If CeeDee Lamb would have caught the ball like he gets paid to do, I don't know what happened with Philadelphia. Like I don't know if he got nervous last year with the Eagles because I think he probably had like he had a bunch of like he caught the ball for everybody else, but when he played the Eagles, he couldn't catch. It was like catching. It was like he couldn't catch a cold at certain times. So I think he even dropped on the second game in the end zone, back of the end zone, the back. So I don't know what it was about the Eagles with Lamb, but hopefully he can take that and say, hey, I'm gonna come dominate these dudes. I ain't dropping nothing next year. I'm gonna come dominate them and make sure show them what they missed out on last year, and that kind of stuff, and get his revenge. But Dallas is better than Philadelphia because they showed me that last year. I didn't think game one. I'm like, oh, the Eagles gonna blow out Dallas, and they did. And Dallas should have won that game. And that was with Dallas having a historically bad off defense, and they should have beat Philadelphia if Lamb would have caught the ball. And then they played them in Dallas with another historically bad defense, and the Eagles scored 0 points. I think in the second half. And Dallas had a historically bad defense. Dallas' defense won't be as bad this year as it was last year. So what do you? So Dallas is obviously a better team than Philadelphia. I mean, and I can tell you about Jalen Hurts. Y'all can blame, dude, get out of here. I mean, come on, 0 points second half. I mean, look, Hurts better bring it this year. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I mean, come on, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, dude. That defense was horrible. The Eagles should have scored 50 on Dallas, and Dallas went and beat them. I mean, that was. I mean, oh, wow. I mean, but they're the better team, so I expect. I feel like he has work to do. I know it's gonna hurt for them to hear people like me say this, but I watched the games last year. And I just what I saw. Like I just saw Dallas was a better team, and they're gonna have a lot better defense this year than well, it'll be better. They'll be more well coached. And then if they do this right stuff in the draft, the defense is gonna be better. But there's no way the defense can like it really can't be worse than what it was last year. Um, so yeah, if you're Philadelphia, I think you're in big trouble, dude. Dallas is definitely a team I'd be concerned about. And by the way, Quinion Mitchell. Can we talk about him dodging people? Everybody, oh, he's the best corner. No, he's the best this. He's top five corner. I don't like how Quinion Mitchell. He doesn't guard the number ones. Like I remember watching him week one versus Dallas, and he didn't guard. He was guarding Pickens, but then Lamb was going off. Okay, I get it if you don't start on somebody. Like, hey, I started on Pickens, but it ended up being Lamb was ended up the one that got hot. Then go guard Lamb. And he didn't take that. He doesn't like. I really watch too many games where I feel like Quinion doesn't take the number one guy, or if he's guarding the guy that they think may get be number one, and then the other guy gets hot, like he won't go take that challenge. And so I feel like this was the only thing that hold me back with putting Quinion Mitchell as like right after entertaining them. It's like you got to take that challenge, bro. Like at the end of the day, like why am I watching CeeDee Lamb kill Philadelphia? I mean, isn't that why we draft Quinion Mitchell so that way, like, hey, if we have CeeDee Lamb doing what he's doing, we can just put you on him and kind of that can not let's say completely stop, but that can slow it down. One thing that slowed down CeeDee Lamb was himself. And then the second matchup wasn't it Pickens who got hot. I mean, I just found it hilarious how like there was like it really like it was just like whoever got hot, he just like they. I mean, I just don't understand the point of having like putting like how can he be number one or top corner if you're not gonna go like that's the whole point of me drafting is to slow down those guys. So like if George Pickens is getting hot, I need Mitch to go over there and guard him and say like, okay, yeah, we're taking George Pickens out of this game. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. And so look, Quinion plays Dallas twice a year. So if he wants to be best corner in the league, he's got Pickens and Lamb. He has plenty of opportunities to do it. Last year, to me, especially in the games like that, he didn't do it. And so that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, this is gonna be I like this trade for Philadelphia. I like it for New England. And yeah, I honestly Philadelphia needs to go. I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts. Barely even a starter to me in my book. But Yeah, if I'm Philadelphia, they need to look at a quarterback change. I'm not high on him at all, and Philadelphia needs to move on and try to find somebody else and upgrade. If I was them, that and the only way I always said only way they win another Super Bowl with Hurts is if they have a team that you just can't beat, like an unbeatable team. Because if not, you're gonna get what you got last year, lost to 49ers. And so, or you're gonna, like they weren't gonna beat. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I don't even know what y'all think would happen if Jalen Hurts went against Mike McDonald. I don't think y'all want to know what would have happened. I mean, like Saquon Barkley's gonna have to save him. Like that's what it's gonna have to be because I just don't see Jalen Hurts beating a Mike McDonald led defense. Like he's gonna, I just see him struggling versus teams like defenses like that. And like you got to go through guys that doesn't win a Super Bowl. So how can I, you know what I'm saying? Like when these elite defensive minds come around, like can I trust you to beat them? I don't trust Jalen Hurts right now. So I think Philadelphia needs to move on and find a different quarterback. And I take this opportunity to kind of do a mini rebuild, or like Seattle did, reload and build back up for a true Super Bowl contending team.